I'm here at Hall 2 where the setting up and unpacking of the exhibitors' booths will go on until the very last minute as Farnborough celebrates the 60th anniversary of air shows here. Some 1,500 exhibitors are expected for this trade show. Now, you combine the trade show and public visitors, and we expect to see in excess of 300,000 people during the 7 days of the show. Out on the airfield, the static line will feature over 150 aircraft on public display. And talk about displays. The public will see not only the most modern aircraft flying, but also vintage planes from every era of aviation history. Of course, check out AINtv for previews during validation flights prior to the air show and during the show itself. I'll also tell you about some aircraft making their very first appearance at Farnborough. That's coming up in just a moment. But first, Farnborough is all about issues of importance to the aviation industry. For the very latest, let's join AINTV's Kurt Epstein. Kurt?
Thanks, Ed. I'm joined by AIN editorial director Charles Alcock. Now, Charlie, as someone with his finger on the pulse of the show, what do you think is some of the news we should be looking out for this week?
Well, right away, we see two major Middle Eastern airlines, Qatar Airways and Etihad. They're not here for the wonderful British weather. They're almost certainly here to spend money to buy airliners, and thank heavens for that, because that might be the only money that changes hands here this week.
Now, do you think there's any segments of the industry we should be keeping a specific eye on?
Absolutely. We're going to see major news in the engine sector. On the eve of the show, we're expecting a really important, groundbreaking announcement about possible restructuring among the major engine manufacturers, possibly even new engine projects being launched. We're not entirely sure. Engines are going to be critical here at Farnborough because the news here is dominated by the price of oil, the pressure to reduce operating costs, the pressure to be more environmentally friendly, and of course engine makers are right center stage in that issue.
Now, considering the economic turmoil the global markets are facing right now, what would you say would be on the mind of an aerospace executive attending the show this week?
Above all else, the price of oil. Because in the air transport sector, the price of oil has now become almost an overriding issue in operating costs. And to the extent that, frankly, it's making some question the very viability of many airline operations. There's going to be no getting away from that. There's also the fact that in any case, we were probably heading for a softening in the market. So the companies are going to be trying to decide how can we position ourselves for difficult times.
Well, thank you very much, Charlie. Now, on a lighter note, this is the 60th anniversary of the Farnborough Air Show, and there's going to be a lot of exhibits here this week that are going to focus on the heritage of the aviation industry. And we'll be looking out and keeping you informed on all of those. Ed, back to you.
Also making news at Farnborough is the appearance of several newer military aircraft designs. The Gulfstream 550 AEW variant, developed jointly with Israeli Aircraft Industries, is an advanced warning aircraft. And making its premiere showing at Farnborough is the F-22 Raptor, which features stealth technology. Also, the Saab 2000 with Erie-Eye radar, which is also for advanced warning. It's all about Farnborough, the Diamond Anniversary, and you can watch it here on AINtv.